All right, we're here with head Greco coach Matt Lindland. Just saw the Dave Schultz finals. Had a pretty good show. Coach, first of all, just give us overall thoughts of the finals today.
Overall thoughts was some exciting matches. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. We saw some guys win some good matches. Spieler had a really good win against the Egyptian. There was a lot of good things that happened out there.
Right on. So we saw a couple rivalries continue from some of the earlier events, from Vegas and New York. What did you think of Bay's ability to come back against Porter, and also on the other side, Porter to be able to take a lead against a guy like Kamal?
Well, it's great having Porter right there, right behind Kamal, pushing him. These are young men that are, pushing the pace. You don't see that too often, so we're very fortunate to have two really great athletic, young wrestlers competing for that #1 spot, and you need that guy right behind you to push you if you're Kamal, and you need Kamal ahead of you if you're Porter to chase him and get to that level.
Is it somewhat of a surprise? Porter's always had that potential, but to now see him, like you were saying, pushing for that #1 spot, that it's not just Kamal on the rise, it's Porter on the rise, and kind of having a rivalry to get to that next level.
Well, it's our program that's on the rise. That's what it is. We're developing young athletes. We got 4 years to get these men ready for Tokyo, and this is all part of that process.
And kind of the same things with the Hancock and Zilmer rivalry. We saw Zilmer take a big lead, but like Kamal, Jandro was able to come back. So just your overall thoughts on that one.
Well, it's great because it's twofold. We got young athletes that we're recruiting straight out of high school or while they're still in high school, like Kamal and Tracy, and we've got some very tough veteran athletes that are coming out of the college system. We need both of those. We need guys coming out of our college programs that are stepping into Greco, making those adjustments like we saw Hayden do. He stepped on the scene right before the Olympic trials, made our national team. He's in the finals of the Opens. He's in the finals of the New York AC with them. He's in the finals of the Dave Schultz. And again, Tracy needs that guy. He needs those rivalries. That's how we get better. But you know what? I saw in the room, these guys are trained together. They're making each other better along the way as well.
Right on. You mentioned Spieler kind of at the top of your interview. Both him and Ravon made their comebacks today. They've been off the mat for a while, so just your overall thoughts on them and how they looked in their return to the mat.
Well, they both won. That was a good thing. I think Spieler needs to be down at his weight at 75. He looked a little big at 80 kilos, but no big deal. This isn't, we're not preparing for the big time right now. This is all practice. Dave Schultz, our winter tours, it's all going to be training and competition, but really it's practice. We're preparing for major events, world championships.
And as far as, the two guys that kind of open with losses, Sancho has kind of gotten second a lot. Sam Jones has shown potential, but he got second. So what adjustments do they need to make going forward?
Well, I think they're both making those adjustments. Really, they came out short on the win-loss side of the column, but they're doing the right stuff. Sammy's got to continue his second attacks off. He's hitting nice arm drags. He's not following up with the second attack, and the same thing. For I'm sorry,
Sancho.
Sancho, man, he did. He come up short a couple times, and he's explosive. He's making a lot of attempts. He's got to finish those. He's got to finish those techniques. I thought honestly he probably won that match. That was a really bad call when we saw him getting leg fouled and they gave his opponent 4 points on it. It was clear as day. I'm not making any excuses. It's on video. You can see him. It was a knee pick. I have no idea how they converted that from a 2-point to a 4-point. It was unfortunate. He should have won the match because he was doing the right stuff out there. He was making all the attempts. He was pushing the pace. I love what Alex is doing. I really don't think he needs to make a lot of adjustments. He just got to win. He's got to get the win. But he's doing the right stuff, and it'll come for him. I know it because the way he's preparing, the way he's training. Alex is doing a lot of the right stuff. But so is Sammy. Sammy, wasn't sure about, with his school and everything, he was going to be able to make it to a 2-week training camp. But, he committed himself to being here and being a part of that training camp. He got a lot out of that and made it to the finals here. It fell a little short, but he's got to take some more risks. He's got to be a little bolder, like what his teammate does, Alex Sancho.
And any comments at all on, Jesse had a pretty tough day in his comeback. He was really the only one that came back and kind of fell a little short. Any comments on him today?
Other than the fact that Jesse's at the wrong weight class, yeah. I mean, he needs to be up at 66. He's a big man for that weight class, and he's cutting too much weight to make that. Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, we all have a time in our career where we say, it's time to go up to the next weight and establish ourselves at that weight class, and he's ready to do that. If he knows it or not, it's time for him to make that move up to the next weight.
Awesome. So really appreciate your time, Coach. Any last comments on?
No, I appreciate you guys out here covering our event and all the fans out there supporting our Greco guys and just pushing them forward. And we need that support. We need to keep encouraging these young athletes. They're doing the right stuff, and I'm proud of them.
Very cool. Thanks a lot, Coach.
You bet.